welcome back to the channel. This is an exclusive. In this video, I'm going to give you key areas where I will be taking profit. And the reason why this is so important is because everybody, talks to you about how high price can go, but nobody ever tells you about where they're taking profit or how they're taking profit. And in this video, that's what I'm going to do. And it doesn't mean I'm bearish on this project. It doesn't mean I'm selling all of my Toshi, but it does mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars in the cryptocurrency market. And this is how it's done. So let's get straight into it. Right now, Toshi is one of the most undervalued meme coins in the market, which is why we're buying. But if you've been watching my previous Toshi videos, if you're not, it means you're not subscribed. Make sure you subscribe right now so you do not miss out on another update. But ultimately, I've been saying the entire chain is undervalued. Memes on the base chain are undervalued, right? The overall market cap for meme coins on the base chain is $1 billion. Now, to put that into perspective, Coin, the number 2 coin on Solana with a market cap value just over $1 billion, is larger than all of the meme coins on this chain put together. That's how big this opportunity is. Now, the top 2 coins is Brett at $404 million market cap and Toshi at 169. Yes, both values have fallen on both of these coins, but even if you just had these 2 coins, you basically have near enough 50% exposure in regards to market cap increase, right? If the current trends for base chain meme coins continue, then the majority of the gains are going to flow into Brett and Toshi, right? Now, whether Toshi flips Brett or whether Brett remains number 1, it's irrelevant. But I do think this trend is going to change. There's one other coin that's under $3 million market cap that I think is going to enter the race, and that's 100 to 300x gem. I'll speak about that a little later. But anyway, let's continue. So there's a massive opportunity here on the base chain, and we picked Toshi. We own Brett as well, but we have been buying Toshi just because of how undervalued it is. Now, there's a few areas we could look at right now. Now, assuming this is the market bottom, you could look for the easy option. And this is the easy option. And this is what some people are actually doing, right? Both sophisticated investors and completely novice retail traders. Some people have 10, 20, I've spoken to some people that have over 50k in Toshi, right? And all they're planning to do is essentially just ride price up back to its all-time high, capture a 400 percentage point gain, and sail off into the sunset, right? And think about it. If that can happen within the space of a week or two, and you can turn, 50 into over 250k, most people would take that bet, right? And this is what nobody tells you. Remember, the more capital you have exposed, the less percentage gains you actually need. So that's why I say, and I have been saying since I've been creating Toshi videos, really and truly, once this project hits a $2 billion market cap, the majority of the people that have been buying Toshi or who have owned Toshi since 2024, etc., are going to be deep into the 100,000s, if not millions, just by their early entries or because of their large exposure, right? So waiting for it to hit $200 billion, $400 billion market cap it's just greed, really and truly. But we'll talk about that later, right? But that's obviously the strategy that some people are doing. Now, if you're listening to this right now and you're saying, I would love to have, $10,000, $50,000 exposed to this, but I don't, well, then there is another target. Now, I said once, and to be clear, back to all-time highs is 0.000210219. I'll be honest with you, once this area is hit, I will sell about probably 25% or 30%. I'll definitely take up my initial capital so I have no risk. I like to do that. I like to reduce my risk. So if this does decide to go to 0 or the market turns sour and the market sells off, at least I'm covered. Why? Because I've taken out my initial capital and some profit, right? So that's a win-win scenario. And that's what I'll be looking to do once price hits all-time highs again, right? And that's at 0.002111340. Now, as I said, the more capital you have in this, or the more Toshi tokens you have, you can obviously do this no problem. Why? Because ultimately, you're only selling. Imagine selling 25% of, let's say, 50 million tokens, right? It's completely fine. Whereas if you only own, let's just say, 100,000 tokens and then you sell 25%, well, then it's a bit tough, right? Because ultimately you want price to go up more so you can see a larger increase in that value. So we'll talk about the next target. Now, once we head above all-time highs, I actually think we're going to hit 0.002900914 quite comfortably, right? Once we hit all-time highs, I think we're going to hit this area quite comfortably. That's only a 40% move above the first target area. This is the area where essentially we just reduce our risk and maybe take home some profit, right? But I think we're going to hit this area quite comfortably. Now, some of you are thinking, well, if it's going to be so comfortable, why not just allow it to hit this target? The reason why is for two reasons. Number one, we want to train ourselves and we want to get used to following the game plan, right? So we want to get used to taking profit. If we're not used to taking profit, then we never do it. And do you know what happens? You hold since the start, you watch it go up, and then you ride it all the way back down. So you have to get used to actually executing, actually taking profit, right? That's the first thing. The second reason is because if the market does turn sour, we already have a psychological level in place. We already have a blueprint, an area in which it's been tried and tested, right? So I'd rather safeguard myself at this area than just betting on price going 40% higher. Now, once we hit the 40% stage, this is where I might take another 10 to 15% out. Again, what am I doing? I'm accumulating at this stage, right? I'm building up those cash reserves for several reasons. Number one, if price falls, I can just buy back in at the low, right? That's number one. And number two, I'm making sure if there is a reversal, I'm protected. I already have taken some money out. And as I said, at this stage, at this area, the majority of you listening to this are going to be up an absolute fortune anyway, right? So these are the areas where I essentially reduce my risk and take some profit out. Now, the next target that I'm going to talk about is going to be more exciting to some of you, right? Because this is where essentially, if you're up maybe a few thousand here, or maybe, a few 100,000, the next target I'm going to talk about, the majority of you will be at millions, right? And I know a lot of you are getting excited right now. And if you are, make sure you smash the subscribe button, because I will be posting more updates. Make sure you're part of my free Telegram group. That I've got meme coins available for entry in there right now, and I also have a video that shows you how to make 100,000 in 1 month and 16 days. If you don't have the Telegram app downloaded, download it and click the link in my description right this second. And to be clear, that project on the base chain that I think, and that is below a $3 million market cap, that I believe is going to hit 100 to 300x short term, is available for entry right now in the CC Premium channel. That's the Crypto Crew Premium channel. You can join by clicking the link in my description. That is a base chain project that I think could enter the number one and number two, which will result in over 300x. Even if this coin doesn't perform to the best of its abilities and just moves in alignment with memes on the base chain, we're still looking at a 50x plus, and that project is available for entry right now. So you want to get access to that before the overall market explodes and takes off. So you can join Crypto Crew Premium. The link is in my description. Now let's continue with this next price target. The next price target is the milestone, that $2 billion region, right around that $2 billion region, and that's at 0.000567679, right? The reason why this area is so significant is because ultimately, if there's wide scale adoption for coins, meme coins on the base chain, we'll definitely see the top two exceed. I think they will probably exceed over $3-4 billion. But this is just a quote unquote a safer target, a safer area. Why? Because ultimately, if we do hit this area, even if we are going to climb higher, there's likely to be a mega market correction before this event. Now, I've already explained what happens when Bitcoin sells off. I've already explained what happens when meme coins sell off. The entire market sells off, right? So please don't think if the market crashes, Toshi will not crash as well. It will. And if that does happen, you want to be able to at least take out a decent amount of profit, even if it's 50% or 60%. So that way, when price does sell off, does pull back, you can dollar cost average in buying at the lows. And not only that, take advantage of other coins on the base chain to make more money. So a lot of people that want to chase that 300x or 100 through 200x buying Toshi right now, that's not, you don't need to do that. If you want to do that, you could buy that $3 million market cap project and do that over there. But for this project, you have to be sensible. You have to have a key profit taking target, because we are going to see a major market correction. And the goal is to ensure you are out the market, or at least have a significant chunk of capital out the market before this event. Otherwise, this is what's going to happen to you. And it's not nice. You see your portfolio up hundreds of thousands. Now it's up millions. Wow, you can't believe it. Then guess what happens? Goes down, then goes down, and then you ride it all the way back down. Unless you want to wait months or potentially years just to see price go back up, it might be a good idea to take some profits out. And again, once again, to be clear, because you're going to see some people in the comment section say, look, this is a long-term hold. This is a long-term project. This is this is that. Okay, that's great. But think about it this way. Would you rather a few $100,000, maybe $1 million+ now, or would you rather wait 10 years from now for the same amount? I know what I would rather. And even if you say, yeah, but I'll make more money then. Yeah, but you could easily make a few $100,000, a few mil with Toshi short term, flip that into a 10x. You make 10 mil. You make, a mil, etc. So you will actually make more money utilizing this strategy. And like I said, this is just what I'm personally going to do. It's up to you for what you guys want to do. There is a target above that, but that's exclusive to my CC Premium members. Again, join CC Premium. The link is in my description. You're going to get access to other projects where you can make absolutely insane percentage gains on. But as I say, remember guys, nothing that you see in this video is financial advice. Always make sure to do your own independent research. Past performance is no indicator of future success. I'm wishing you all the best for this bull cycle. Please, please, please be very sensible and understand, unless you've taken profit, it's just numbers on the screen. Until next one, guys, seize the day.